Welcome to Oweleketv News. I am Hadiza Galadima. Thanks for joining us. And now, the news headlines. Bandits invade female hostel, abduct students. Support group celebrates Kaduna South Senator-elect birthday with widows and orphans. Troops neutralizes bandits in Kaduna forest, recovers. Nigerian Port Authority donates state-of-the-art ambulance to FRSC Kaduna Command. Oyedepo breaks the silence in a leaked audio conversation with Obi. Welcome back from the break and thanks for being with us. And now, the news in full. Bandit invaded a female hostel of the Federal University Gusau Zamfara State on Sunday. The criminals stormed Sabongari village in Bungudu and broke into the rented female hostels of the university, where they locked up the two civilian guards and disposed them of their handsets before abducting the two students of microbiology department of the university. Affirming the incident, the police public relations officer in Zamfara, SP Muhammadu Shehu, said the police tactical team moved to the scene, but the criminals had already fled with the victims to a yet-to-be-identified destination. He said the commissioner of police had further deployed reinforcement to complement the ongoing rescue operation. The commissioner of police is therefore appealing for continuous support from the member of the public to enable the police to succeed in the rescue mission. Groups under the auspices of Divas for SMK and Influencers for SMK have on Saturday presented gifts to the Rafiki Orphanage Home, Ngwanrimi, and Ekwa Widows Training School in Oweleketv, all in Oweleketv local government area of Kaduna State, to monumentalize the 63rd birthday of the Kaduna South Senator-elect Barrister Sunday Marshall Katung. He said, identifying with the less privileged on his birthday is a ritual, and it is important to give every member of the society a sense of responsibility and community. He added that every day this set of people go through strenuous jobs ranging from hunger to lack of necessity of life. It benefits us to take care of them in providing them with succor. He said he will persist in that direction while urging like minds to join him in putting smiles on the face of these helpless people. The executive chairman of Oweleketv local government area, Honorable Francis Sani Zimbo, who also contributed money and gifts at the event, poured homage on the group behind the ambition. He appreciated their kind gestures, stating that it is not easy to marshal resources under the current economic adversity and support the needy. Honorable Sani Zimbo, who represented the senator-elect, stated that Barrister Marshall Katung has made it a norm to always celebrate his birthday with the Rafiki Orphanage Home and the Ekwa Widows Training School in Ngwanrimi, all in the local government area of Oweleketv, and other needy, as a way to relishing God's blessings over his life. He challenged other well-to-do people in the zone and southern Kaduna region to imitate the kind gestures of the senator-elect towards the vulnerable people in their communities. Speaking while presenting the gift items, the leader of the support groups, Comrade Zaka Jr., stated that they chose to buy and contribute the materials to the Ekwa Widow Training School and the Rafiki Orphanage Home as a way of showing their support and solidarity to their leader and senator-elect, Barrister Katung, who they consider so dear to their hearts. And we'll be going on a short break right now. Please stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back from the break, and thanks for staying with us. The military high command on Saturday said the troops of Operation Forest Sanity have killed 5 suspected members of the dreaded Boko Haram terrorist group during an ambush operation executed along Kanti Tantatu Road in Kubusu Forest in Chokon local government area of Kaduna State. This was contained in a report made known to correspondents in Abuja by the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Musa Damadami. The statement described that during the operation executed on Friday, troops made contact with terrorists, and that followed a fierce firefight and exchange of fire, which led to the neutralization of 5 terrorists, while others fled with gunshot wounds. He counted that various fireworks and ammunition of assorted mix were recovered. According to the report, troops exploited the general area and recovered 4 AK-47 rifles, 4 AK-47 magazines, 22 rounds of 2.62mm special ammunition, and 2 motorbikes, amongst other sundry items. It added also that on the same day, troops while fighting patrol to the Castle General area in Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State met with terrorists. The terrorists mounted motorcycles on sighting troops. They fled, abandoning some of their weapons. Troops retrieved 2 magazines of AK-47 rifles, 2 rounds of 7.62mm special ammunition, 1 machete, 2 mobile phones, and assorted charms. It stated that the military high command complimented the troops of Operation Forest Sanity and encouraged the general public to avail troops to a credible and timely report on the activities of the criminals. And now over to the Nigerian Port Authority. On Saturday, donated a state-of-the-art ambulance to Kaduna Sector Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC. The donation was facilitated by the chairman of the House Committee on Ports and Harbour, Mr. Dati Babao, representing Sabongari constituency in Kaduna in the Federal House of Representatives. In his oration while unveiling the ambulance, Dati Babao said he encouraged the donation to fulfill his promise to the FRSC Zaria unit, who visited and requested him to assist in ameliorating some of their challenges. He described that the shortage of ambulances have been one of the challenges the FRSC is facing in discharging its obligations following the advent of accidents on the road. Deti Babao stated that the FRSC encounters same challenges along the Zaria-Kaduna and Zaria-Kano highway, which, according to him, are the most busiest roads in Nigeria and are prone to accidents, thereby in need of ambulances to save lives. The ambulance, being a life-saving facility, kept me abreast in ensuring that I do my best in providing it to the FIRC. He added that he contacted the NPA to that regards to provide it as their corporate social responsibility. Dati Baba also said that anyone could be a victim of accident, noting that the ambulance could help in first aid and save lives in point of hideous incidents on the highway. Also speaking, a spokesperson of the NPA, Malang Ali Garba Bichi, urged the FIRC to guarantee the maximum and appropriate use of the ambulance for what it was provided for. Dati Babao followed up diligently to ensure that he provide and put all the necessity into this ambulance. Therefore, they should use it to enrich their duties on the highway so that lives can be saved when accidents occur. The Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety Corps, W, thanked Dati Babao for finding them worthy and sourcing the brand new ambulance with a piece of the state-of-the-art equipment. View represented by Corps Commander Zubairu Mato, the Kaduna Sector Commander of the FRSC, said the ambulance would assist enormously in saving lives of accident victims along Kano-Kaduna and Kano-Zaria highways. He also appreciated the NPA for the gesture while urging motorists to stick to traffic rules and regulation to avoid road crashes. We will be going on a short break right now. We will be right back. Please stay with us. Welcome back from the break and thanks for staying with us. The founder and general overseer of the Living Faith Church, Bishop David Oyedepo, has responded to the leaked audio conversation between him and the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi. Oyedepo, while speaking at the Heat Church headquarters in Ota, Ogun State on Sunday, said he has never campaigned for any politicians during any election in the country. This comes less than 24 hours after an online newspaper, People's Gazette, released an audio where Obi solicited the support of Oyedepo to help him get votes from Christians in the Southwest to the former governor. It also stated that the votes were needed because the 2023 presidential election was a religious war. It alleged that Obi asked Oyedepo to speak to his people in the Southwest, adding that if it works, the people would never regret the support they offered to him, as alleged in the said audio. In his reaction, Oyedepo said he never spoke to any group of people on behalf of any politician. Oyedepo said nobody has ever told me what to say in this world and has never campaigned for anybody or spoken on anybody's behalf and will never do that. Now moving over to former director of Nigeria's Secret Police, Mr. Mike Ejiofor, has responded to an alert published by the Department of State Services. He blamed the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) over the talks of an interim government. According to him, if INEC had conducted a free and fair election, no one would be talking about an interim government. Recall that on March 29, 2023, the DSS made a statement saying it had received information on concerted efforts by some misguided politicians to advert the scheduled May 29 swearing-in of President-elect by imposing an interim government. Some of the dissatisfied presidential candidates were also accused of hitting the polity by inciting nationwide rallies and legal action to get frivolous injunctions, according to the reports. Ejiofor reacted to a warning during an interview on Thursday's episode of Democracy Today on AIT, where he claimed that INEC's failure to deliver a free, fair, credible, and transparent election on February 25, 2023 would have eliminated the need for an interim government. He said, if INEC had delivered on its promises to Nigerians, the country would not be in midst of crisis. They said they would transmit the presidential election results in real time from the polling unit to the IRFs, but this did not occur. According to him, reasons for this is that there were countless violations. We saw how some people were nullifying results and transmitting altered figures. He also claimed that they had some prominent lawyers express fears and doubts about the country's judicial system, which is often seen as the last hope of the common man. While the governor of Plateau State, Simon Lalong, has said those planning to disrupt the inauguration of the president-elect and advocating for an interim government are daydreaming. Lalong expressed this on Thursday after the meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari behind closed doors at the State House in Abuja. Recall that the Department of State Services (DSS) had on Monday raised an alarm over a plot to set aside the Constitution and inaugurate an interim government by misguided political actors. In a discussion with State House correspondent, Lalong said the plot to establish an interim government will not be possible under Buhari's administration. The government maintained that the approval of the interim government will be working against the principle of democracy, which the president has vowed to uphold. He added that Nigerians will say, God forbid, not under the administration of President Buhari, who has been saying every time that he believes in democracy. He said the president believed that after his tenure, he will want to go and rest, asserting that the president has worked very well for democracy. So those who are talking about interim government are just daydreaming. He affirmed that Buhari is going to bring in a successor. The Alia Alliance Group has urged Benue Governor-elect Reverend Hyacinth Alia to aspire to meet the huge anticipation of the people who voted him to bring about change in the state. The group gave the suggestion when its officials, led by the board of chairman of the alliance, Mr. Peter Ashiaka, paid a congratulatory visit to the governor-elect on Sunday in Makurdi. The chairman said the victory was a vibrant testimony to the people's resolve to change. The chairman said the victory was a vibrant testimony to the people's resolve to change and redirect the path and course of their history. It is also a resounding statement of the people's confidence in its capacity to lead them out of the woods to a Benue of growth and prosperity. As a group, the Alia Alliance is proud to be associated with the procedure and the outcome and pledged to commit to supporting the administration in all ways possible to ensure its success. Also speaking, Mr. Jimmy Ajim, a member of the board, applauded the governor-elect for his doggedness that calmed all the storms before, during, and after the general election. Ajim, who is also the president of the Low Boko Foundation, said they would partner with Alea to transform, empower, reform, and uplift Benue indigents to build a better state. In his response, the governor-elect recognized the group for its efforts and pledged to work hard with divine directions to meet people's anticipations. Alia tasked the group to help mentor the youth on good conduct and to play a vibrant role in the renewal and evolution of Benue. It is critical to start correcting wrong deeds, especially as it concerns leadership and mentorship. The idea of having or acting as a stooge, having manipulative leaders and followers should be corrected, he said. He also pledged not to disappoint the ordinary people who voted him to provide good leadership and better direction to the state. The Nigerian Export Processing Zone Authority says that there are currently 46 private free trade zones with a cumulative investment value standing at about $30 billion. Professor Adesoji Adesugba, the managing director of the Nigerian Export Processing Zone Authority, said this on Sunday in Abuja in an interview with ANN. According to him, the Free Trade Zone scheme has cumulative investment of 14.1 trillion naira. Adesugba, while speaking on the success recorded by NEPSA in its drive to lure investors to Nigeria, said it also attracted $1 billion investment to Niger State through Hydropolis Free Trade Zone in Kainji in 2022. He added that the impact of the scheme was seriously being felt in the country's gross domestic product, GDP, and attraction of forex. For instance, we have at the moment 500 enterprises functioning in these zones, providing a total of 100,000 direct jobs and more than 170,000 indirect jobs for the country's rampant youth population. The authority has in the last 2.5 years created the right strategic plan to put the scheme at the front burner of global competitiveness, he added. He said the federal government approved 6 public special economic zones within 7 years against 2 that had existed. Adesugba added that the number of registered private free trade zones also increased to 44, while 500 functional enterprises were attracted to the zone. According to him, there is a construction of the deep sea port at Lagos Free Trade Zone and the construction of Dangote Refinery at Dangote Free Trade Zone Enterprises in Lagos. There is an ongoing expansion of the Medical Special Economic Zone Lekki, the development of the Agro-Allied Special Economic Zone Ilorin, and the development of the Integrated Cotton and Garment Special Economic Zone Funtua, Katsina State. The managing director, however, said that with its highly experienced workforce, it has increased investment prospecting and promotion. This, he said, led to the desired inducement of foreign direct investment and local direct investment, respectively. The Emir of Kano, Alhaji Aminu Ado Bayero, has turbaned his cousin, Alhaji Ahmad Kabiru Bayero, as the new Berde Keraria of Kano Emirates. The new title holder is the son of the late Berde Keraria and Emir Ado Bayero's elder brother, Ambassador Kabiru Bayero. Alhaji Ahmed is also the grandson of Ma'ajin Kano Abdullah and the former Turkish Consul General in Nigeria, Alhaj Muhammadu Abande. The new Berde Kiraria, an alacritus businessman, served as a public servant in the federal government until he voluntarily retired. He was turbaned by the Kano monarch at the Emir's palace on Friday. The Emir depicted the new appointment as an opportunity to render services to the ancient kingdom and the good people of Kano Emirates. Emir Bayero also upgraded the ranks of some title holders and chiefs who have shown commitment in the discharge of their duties. Speaking after their appointment, Emir Bayero said the royalties were given to them because of merit and service to the community. He urged them to be good ambassadors of Kano Emirates whenever they find themselves and always engage in activities designed to move the Emirates forward. Now that's all on Oweleketv News. Do follow our social media handles displayed on your screen for inquiries and advert placements. I am Hadiza Galadima. Thanks for staying with us. I'll see you next time.